He's a priest of the Amarillo Diocese and serves full-time in pro-life leadership. In 1993, he became the National Director of Priests for Life. He's also the President of the National Pastoral Director of the Silent No More Awareness Campaign and Rachel's Vineyard, the world's largest ministry of healing after abortion. He travels throughout the country to an average of 4 states to have Father Frank Simone as our opening speaker.
Reaffirm our commitment today to life. And we reaffirm our commitment to life because we reaffirm our commitment to the Lord of life. Jesus Christ is Lord, and He is risen from the dead, and He has conquered the kingdom of death. He is the Lord Himself who calls you and me to this great work. Now, I want to start by bringing you greetings from our entire family of ministries. Priests for Life is in progress because I'm focused on this full-time. Some of you are privileged to be full-time in pro-life work as well. And we can see, whether it's from the opinion polls that are more and more showing the American people to be pro-life and more uncomfortable about how easily abortions are obtained, or what's 11, more state laws restricting, limiting, in some fashion, the practice of abortion have been introduced and passed than at any time since Roe versus Wade. The states are getting active. If you harm the baby, you harm the mother. If you want to love and serve and protect the baby, you love, serve, and protect the mother. Many people do not understand that we understand this. And they don't understand it themselves. Because the other side has said, oh yeah, you can have an abortion and go on with your life. Fact of the matter is you don't go on with your life without severe pain and grief, sometimes crippling your further hopes and activities. Unable even to lift up my eyes out of shame. No, I have stood up. I have raised up my head. I have looked into the light because I have a Savior, and His name is Jesus Christ, and He has freed me from my sin. Of America and around the world, they're proclaiming the gospel. They're saying we have a Savior. They're saying the message of the church and the pro-life movement is not a message of rejection, but of reconciliation. It's not a message of punishment, but of peace. And when the other side says, oh, you pro-life people, all you want to do is throw these women into jail. That's what you want to do. You want to make abortion illegal, and you want to punish these women and put them in prison. You know what we say in response to that? If they feel they have to have an abortion, or if someone has already had an abortion, she is already in prison. We are here to set her free. That's our mission, to give their testimony. Now, the Silent No More Awareness Campaign will provide you with contact with such women and men, if you don't have them already, in your own community. And they are trained by the campaign on how to present their testimony. And of course, we make sure that they are ready to do so, because there are certain criteria, there are certain prerequisites that need to be in place before you can stand up and say this publicly. And we help them to go through all those. So we pulled out these diagrams, and these are from medical textbooks, these are from medical procedure diagrams. This is abortion. Here's our question. When the senator says the word abortion, is this what he means? And that was the question. You should have seen them squirm and scratch their heads and contort their faces. And many of them said, well, we've never been asked this question before. We've never seen this information before. And we would read the quotes that say how the dismemberment and decapitation, those of us who are here to stop abortion. Just those of us who are here right now. Because it's not that we need entire vast numbers of people. You know what we need? We need people who are ready to take a whole lot more risk. Risk. That little four-letter word is one of the most important words in the vocabulary of your pro-life strategy and plan. And you all know this already, because you've experienced the price that often has to be paid when you stand up against this violence. But brothers and sisters, we are going to make progress, and we are making progress in this movement, but only to the extent that we are willing.
That mother, that father, you're a person who understands that they're not doing this because they're evil people. They're doing this because of despair and fear. You're reaching out, they're not pointing a finger of condemnation. They're reaching out a hand of help and hope and mercy. And that same phone number, 1-800-395-HELP, will put a lot of people in touch with counseling services for Africa.
The Creamery, fortunately, right on their property, and they support him. He has 6 kids of his own, so it's got to be a providence, and he landed up there.
Yeah, really.
And high school kids, no college for some reason, but all high school kids come up to get these things, and I catch them out all over the county.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it helps them.
I opened letter to Obama.
All right.
It was read by Rush Limbaugh. Took the time to read that thing, so it must be pretty good.
Oh, yeah? You read it online? Or on TV? Or on the radio?
Yeah, on the radio.
Oh, okay.
So you read the thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like to say that I'm only ghosted by ghostwriters.
Yeah, what's your name?
And I just simply did it for a moment. And as it turned, all of a sudden, she yelled, "Earthquake!" And I went yelling. We were running and yelling out the door. I know some things should stay inside, some stay outside. We ran outside. I operate on the theory during an earthquake, run to the opposite side of wherever you are. Anyway, we headed out, and we stood there and watched the swimming pool have waves and the eavesdrop on the house do this. Facebook lit up. Everybody talked about one of the worst earthquakes that San Diego had seen. What was intriguing was a post on Facebook sometime later when somebody said, "Oh no, here's one of San Diego's worst earthquake," and I slept through it. I missed it. I didn't even know this versus the UN Council Board of Education. Those of us that were Protestants didn't pay attention to it. It involved Catholics. We did not realize that it would impact us all. And in fact, those that are Catholics were aware of it and began to activate immediately.